Well, hey guys, just a video on installing a headset on our muscle bikes. This is a 1969 Schwinn Dragster. It has a 1-inch threaded headset, which is the same as the American Schwinn Stingrays of that era. So basically you have a top cup which I've pressed in, and a bottom cup which I've pressed in the other way. Now, if you don't know, they do have specific tools to do this. They have a cup press, and they also have a bottom race, this piece here, extractor. That all costs you money. What I did is I used a fair bit of penetrate over a week or so. Kept spraying it in there, spraying in a little bit of space between the fork and the bottom race. And then I got a very fine screwdriver, just those jeweler type screwdrivers, and tapped into between the cowl. This is a replacement cowl. This is the original cowl over there. But I wanted to put a nice one on, so I tapped in around there and kept tapping around, and I got it off that way, just pressuring it up and got it off. So that saved me buying a extractor. And also these come out quite easily, the old ones. I just put a multi-grip on there and wriggled them out. That was no big, and I weren't going to use them. Here's the original headset. You can see how rusty it is and dirty and all that. That's why I wanted to replace it. But the thing is, stack size. Now, you can't sort of get parts a lot of the time that are absolutely the same. I was going to get these re-chrome, but they wanted $60 just to do one ring, and how many rings we got there, I thought that's just insane. So I bought a replacement, got the whole lot, got a vintage one for about $39 or something plus post for the whole lot. The thing is, the stack size is a bit higher than this, so the locking nut is higher, the main adjustable race is a little bit, it's pretty much the same, but you know, the actual locking washer is higher than the original one. So you know, good luck if you can get exactly the same stack size, but I couldn't find anything that was similar to the stack size. So this one's a little bit higher. It still does the same job, but obviously it'll look very good because all the chrome is new and everything like that. You'll find that the bottom cup is a wider cup than the top one. That's one thing I see that makes a difference. So you got the wider cup at the bottom and the smaller cup in width or height, if you like. Then this one's smaller than the bottom one. With the caged bearings, they call these, they'll show that the bearings are exposed on one side and flat on the other side. So they show that when you put the top one in, the bearings, exposed bearings go down and the exposed bearings go up at the bottom. So the exposed bearings will go down and the exposed bearings go up on the bottom. So just a matter of putting a new cowl on, obviously. Then I put a brand new bottom race on here. And again, I didn't have a press tool to put that race on, so I just used a vise, turned this upside down to the right width, and just made sure I was very good with the hammer just to crease that back on the way it should be. So there's ways around it. You just got to be very careful and save you spending all the money on those two tools and maybe only use them once or something. So you got to line that up, make sure that's nice and correct. like so. And then we have the adjustment race at the top. You can put a little bit of grease on there too. I've greased everything. Put a grease on the bearings. Just a nice fine bit of grease. So I've greased the bearings here and the bearings down there. And I put a bit of grease on these cups before I pushed them in too, just to make it a little bit easier. So we can put him on. It just threads on. Got to adjust it properly, make sure it's sitting right. And that's turning nice and free. Okay, then we put on our lock washer, and that screws on too. Bit fiddly. There we go. It's obviously a special tool that fits into these notches. I don't have that either. So I'm just going to use the mults a little bit and be careful. Right, so that's wicking up. And then we have our lock nut on top. And like I said, it's a little bit higher than I'd like. The beggars can't be choosers. And I might get these chrome down the line and put the originals back on. But finding a cheap chromer these days, electroplater, I had a good guy and he retired. So sadly, he probably would have done a lot for me for 40 bucks. So we've locked that, and that's all there is to it. And you're ready to go. You put your gooseneck and handlebars on when you're ready. And that's nice and free. It doesn't rock around. There's no rocking in it. And that's how you adjust it if there is. Loosen that off and turn the adjustment brace here to make sure there's no slapping the actual forks. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope that helps. Bye.